Hello everyone, and welcome to the World War Photographer channel. Today we will talk about World War II, the Pacific Islands. Don't forget to subscribe to support our work. It truly means a lot to us. Four Japanese transports, hit by both US surface vessels and aircraft, were beached and burning at Tassafaronga on November 16, 1942. Only these four transports reached Guadalcanal before being destroyed, marking a significant blow to the enemy forces. The torpedoed Japanese destroyer Kamikaze sank within 5 minutes after being struck on June 25th, with no survivors. The attack was swift and left no time for escape. American reconnaissance patrol on New Guinea on December 18. Lieutenant Philip Winson, after losing one of his boots, made a makeshift one to continue the mission. An Australian soldier looks over New Guinea near Milne Bay on October 31st, where Japanese forces were defeated after a fierce battle, marking a turning point in the Pacific. Enemy bombers attack US warships and transporters on September 25, 1942, at an unknown Pacific location. The attack left significant damage to US ships. On August 24th, the USS Enterprise suffered heavy bomber attacks off the Solomon Islands, killing 74 men and damaging several aircraft. A breeches buoy transfers survivors from a US destroyer to a cruiser after a naval battle off the Santa Cruz Islands on November 14th. The operation helped rescue those in danger. Japanese prisoners captured by US forces on Guadalcanal on November 5th were taken for interrogation. Their capture was a critical move for the Allies. Wake Island under attack by US carrier-based planes in November 1943. The island's defenses were weakened after heavy bombings. US Marines sprint across a beach on Tarawa Island on December 2nd to take the enemy airport, facing fierce opposition from entrenched Japanese forces. Secondary batteries of an American cruiser form smoke rings as they blast Japanese positions on Makin Island in the Gilberts on November 20th, preparing for a full assault. Troops of the 165th Infantry advance on Butaritari Beach, Makin Atoll, on November 20th, after naval bombardment cleared the way, securing the island. US Marines advance against enemy positions during the Tarawa invasion in late November 1943. Only 146 Nazi soldiers were captured, a testament to their fierce resistance. Infantrymen of Company I await the order to advance on Vella La Vella Island front on September 13th. Their mission was critical to securing the Solomon Islands. Two US A-20 Havoc bombers on a mission over Kokos, Indonesia, in July. One bomber was shot down after dropping its bombs, marking a loss in the air battle. Japanese craft flee during an American aerial attack on Tonalei Harbor, Bougainville Island, on October 9th. The strike was devastating to enemy forces in the area. The aftermath of the November 25th kamikaze attack on USS Essex, with firefighters and fragments scattered across the flight deck, showing the devastation caused. A US Marine patrol discovers a Japanese family hiding in a cave on Saipan on June 21, 1944. The family's discovery highlighted the dire situation faced by the civilians. Troop-packed LCIs follow a Coast Guard manned LST to Cape Sansapor, New Guinea. The operation was part of the Allied efforts to regain control over the region. A dive bomber is shot down near Truk on July 2nd. The gunner was still in the plane when it hit the water, demonstrating the risks faced by Japanese pilots. A rocket-firing LCI lays down a barrage on Peleliu on September 15th, as alligators churn toward the island defenses, preparing for a large-scale invasion. Parafrag bombs fall on a Japanese bomber at Buru Island, Dutch East Indies, on October 15, 1944, setting the plane aflame as the attack continues. General Douglas MacArthur wades ashore at Leyte, Philippines on October 20th after recapturing the island, fulfilling his promise to return. Smoke rises from Kowloon docks in Hong Kong after a surprise bombing on October 16th. Nazi fighters attack bombers overhead during the raid. A Japanese torpedo bomber is shot down by USS Yorktown on October 25th. The bomber was part of a larger wave attempting to strike US ships in the area. Landing barges filled with US troops head for Leyte, Philippines, in October 1944, as fighter planes battle overhead, providing air cover during the invasion. Former kamikaze pilot Toshio Yoshitake poses with fellow pilots before taking off on November 8th. He survived a shoot-down by an American warplane after the attack. A kamikaze pilot heads for the USS Essex on November 25th, moments before impact, bringing chaos to the deck. A kamikaze aircraft slams into the USS Essex on November 25th after being hit by anti-aircraft fire. The explosion rocked the ship and killed many. Following a tank, American infantrymen successfully secure an area on Bougainville, Solomon Islands, in March after Japanese forces infiltrated their lines, pushing them back. The battleship USS Pennsylvania leads a fleet into Lingayen Gulf ahead of the landing on Luzon, Philippines in January 1945 as part of a critical strategic move. US Marines land at Iwo Jima on February 19th, with battleships in the background, initiating one of the most brutal campaigns of World War II. US Marines raise the American flag atop Mount Suribachi, Iwo Jima, on February 23rd, after 36 days of costly fighting, symbolizing victory and sacrifice. A US cruiser fires at Japanese positions on Okinawa in 1945, providing support for ground forces engaged in fierce combat. US invasion forces establish a beachhead on Okinawa on April 13th, with landing crafts and battleships in the background as intense fighting begins. 2 US Marines direct flamethrowers at Japanese defenses on Iwo Jima on March 4th, 1945. The flames were used to neutralize entrenched positions on the island. An attack on a cave at Turkey Knob on Iwo Jima destroys the structure, giving US Marines a clear view of the beachhead on April 2nd. The USS Santa Fe assists the USS Franklin after an enemy dive bomber attack on March 19th off Honshu, Japan. Over 800 died in the attack. Corsairs from the Hells Bells Squadron are silhouetted against the sky during an air raid on Yonton Airfield, Okinawa, on April 28th, as intense air combat rages. Thanks for watching until the end. If you enjoyed these historical World War photos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.